What's up guys, welcome back. I'm Kar98 and this is Contractors Showdown. So I wanted to go over the attachments real quick because everything that you buy in the store, they're not just skins, they're not just to be customized, they actually do different things, they affect your gun in a different way. First off, I want to show you, if you come to your marketplace right here, over to attachments, you can purchase all the attachments with your coins or your blueprint money here, the RP. Right here on your weapon workbench, this is where you customize and apply all of this. I'm gonna go into the rifles. I personally run with the AK Alpha, the RC416, and the XM5. These three are my favorite rifles. Out of these three, I prefer the XM5. Only if I can get to a weapon drop. If I don't get to the airdrops, then I will roll with the RC416. And before I go any further, I just wanted to cover what this workbench is. You're not building a loadout. You're not going to find the gun fully assembled. You're merely marking the placeholders to what you want to customize it for. Such as when you change this suppressor over to a certain suppressor that you want to choose, whenever you pick up suppressor in the game and you throw it on the gun, it will now be that suppressor on that particular gun. You're going to go through and sort all of your attachments inside of this workbench to customize it to what you want when you find it on the field. Hopefully that makes sense before we continue into this video. So we're going to go right to the AK Alpha and I'll show you what I'm running with. The attachments, I go with the Sleipnir. Yeah, that one. So I'll run with this because you can see, hold on, let me show you, reset it real quick. Because I probably should have done this first. If you look, these are the stats. As soon as I add this suppressor, you can see headshot damage goes up, bullet velocity goes up as well. That's big for me because I want to hit people before they hit me. So if my bullets are traveling faster than theirs, that's a plus. A little bit of horizontal wiggle stability and vertical gun control went up. If we add the vertical grip right here, you can see you get the muzzle jump stability and of course the vertical gun control. We add the laser, which I don't really add too much. I don't really care for the laser. It's only if I'm hip firing. That's more so for my SMGs and for the shotguns. And then we lose a little bit of ADS, not a big deal whenever you add any red dot, even if you go with the default. The Pytech S3BK, but the only thing I don't like about it is in the environment ever since the release, it's been so much brighter. The holographic gets washed out whenever you're aiming in the sky. I don't really go with the triangle grip because you can see right here with the triangle grip, you get a little bit of horizontal and a little bit of vertical. I'd rather push it all towards one direction and deal with the other one. This one's a maniac horizontally. Let's take a look at what used to be the HK. We run into the attachments here. These are the specs. You can see you got 27, 43, 750, 910. The AK hits harder, but the HK does have a faster fire rate. The velocity is faster as well. So the moment we start decking this guy out, woo, look at that, 127 added to that, and of course just +1 on the headshot damage. When those little points matter, and I've been in those occasions, you know, where those little, just a fraction of health matters, that little +1 right there will help you out. So we're gonna go ahead and add the vertical to this and put on my holographic. These are the specs that I'm running with here when it's fully decked out. You can see the vertical gun control is all the way up. Now, one thing I did want to show you when we start playing with the different suppressors, so I'm sure some of you are like, why are you going with just this one? Take a look at the different suppressors here. We're gonna go with the quicker. It was between these two, to be honest. So if you look at this one, the mystery, and then we're going to click right back onto the other one. We get a little bit more vertical gun control. What I like is the range though, and that's one of the things that I stress a lot is in this game, if you can get them more so at range before they get close to you, you're going to be winning a lot more. Let's go over to the XM5. This one you can't customize too much. You can't do the suppressor or a compensator. I did want to stress real quick, let me back up. The compensator, reason why I'm not going with the compensator is because you don't gain much out of it. You get a little bit of stability here, and if you add your triangle over the top of that, it's a little better. You still got to deal with the vertical and the horizontal, but you lose out on your headshot damage. And I wanted the extra velocity, so that's why I'm going with the suppressor. Extra velocity, so this adds to the damage range, and it still gives you a nice boost. So to the XM5, again, you cannot customize this nearly as much. I go with the vertical because I like to wipe out all of my recoil in one spot, and I just deal with the horizontal control after that. Again, I'm going with the PK1. This one seemed to do the best. You can see as I start going through the rest of them, they don't quite give you the same boost as that PK1 does. That PK1 gives you the muzzle jump stability and smooths out that vertical gun control. And again, you can purchase this in the store using your coins or the RP cash. This one gives you ever so just a skosh more. So I'll run with that one. And of course, the default red dot, because the holographic gets washed, I'm starting to put everything back to my default red dot. Actually, there is a holographic I gotta go find, and I'm gonna apply that. So from the rifles, we're gonna move over to your shotguns. So with this shotgun, the double barrel is pretty busted. You can only add a compensator. It doesn't really do much. It's not really worth it. If it's just laying around, sure, pick it up, slap it on, but you know, you can transfer it to your other weapons after that. However, if we go over to the flame, what I like to put on here is this one specifically, the Mistray right here. It adds more velocity. That damage fall off right there, whoo, and it gives you a 3.1 boost on the headshot damage. This specific one, not this one's only a 2.9. This one is the 3.1. I don't even put a sight on this. It's not really necessary. I will put a laser sight on it though, and I go with the Falero BK because it adds the most out of it. So I want to get the most out of my bucks right there. Even the mostest out of my bucks. And of course, I put the timeless charm on there because he was the one who killed me in that creator tournament on the first game. He was the one to break me out of that game. He sent me back to the lobby with this gun too, so that's why I put it on this particular gun. So the triangle does give you a little more roundabout if you're really gonna go for it, but again, you don't really need this because it's just not, it's not an automatic. It's not shooting non-stop, you know what I mean? Chattiest Giga, I'm in the middle of a video. I would like to talk the BX4. I don't even touch. I just don't like this gun. I don't know what it is about this gun. I just don't like. It seems like it's okay. You got 800 on the fire rate, but the Evo, I believe, shoots faster. Yeah, 900. And then the Fury, which the Vector, shoots at 1,000. So we'll skip that one. We're gonna go right to the Evo. What I do here, the Sleipnir over here with the suppressor because it adds velocity. Now this pretty much turns your SMG into a mid-long range weapon, so it's just short of what an assault rifle would do, but this will actually put you out there to actually have a little bit of a combat for people who are distantly with that suppressor. It adds a little to the headshot, not much. It's a 0.8. The bullet velocity does increase by 53. I'm gonna go ahead and slap this vertical on there. That way all I gotta do is control recoil. But I would like to say, with the Scorpion, I do prefer the triangle grip because this one particularly has low stats here, but it has some high horizontal recoil. So the triangle does work better for this one particularly. Slapping this laser on there, the Falero BK, and then I just go with the regular red dot. It's ready to rock and roll. Most of the time I just use these for mid-range. Is that not gonna apply? Okay. Most of the time, oh, it's on the side, that's why. Most of the time I use SMGs for close range because I will have an assault rifle. I do tend to find assault rifles before I find SMGs, but if I am stuck with an SMG, I will slap that suppressor on there the moment I find a red station. Now the Fury, different story. I'm gonna go with the suppressor as well. Same one, you can't do a triangle, so you're gonna be going with the vertical laser and the red dot. Same one. So again, on the shotgun, that was the only one that changed, and it doesn't really work for these. Whenever you put this on here, it drops down. It's specifically on that shotgun that it goes up for some reason. So between these two, this one shoots the fastest. This one hits the hardest. However, since it's SMGs, it is not that much harder. Since this one shoots the fastest, you are gonna damage everybody and kill them a lot faster with this one rather than this one. This one also has higher bullet velocity after adding the suppressor. Now it's going to have even faster bullet travel versus this one. All right, so let's do it. We're gonna shoot the same one. Yeah, that horizontal recoil is a lot different on this one. It's still, you can still control it though. You can still control it. One thing I did want to note here, if you really want to take your build to the next level, what you're going to want to do here is go to the purple buy station. Since we're at SMGs, you want that extension. Now let me show you why real quick. So there's 30 bullets. Boom. Now we have 45. 45 in this thing. Whew. 45 in this little SMG. I mean, it's tearing them up, but again, this is not the range for an SMG. An SMG is not supposed to be this range. You're looking at like from here to this one for this. This is what an SMG is supposed to be for, you know? I want to get faster with grabbing this mag. So those are my SMGs. Now I'll go ahead and just show you this. This will be relatively quick. So with the shotgun, before I go up there and start shooting, what I want to show you is if you go to the rifle extension here, you see we have 10. Now we have 15. So it does work for the shotgun, and that puts these to 40 now. These mags are now at 40. All right, now that we got the shotgun, we're gonna be a little closer. I'm gonna show you the difference between suppressor and no suppressor. Is that 3? It's quicker. It's quicker. So the bullets move faster. I mean, it's not going to be a great deal of extra damage. It doesn't do like a compact or anything like that. The spread's still supposed to be the same. Yeah, you're just spraying their whole body with bullets at this point. Headshot. 130. 127. So you can see it does a difference. This is what you gotta use it for though. So if you don't ADS with this thing, man, just... So now for the assault rifles, what I do here, I got the suppressor, the vertical, extended mag, and I run with whatever holographic. This is what I was telling you. Look at the holographic. It's washed out. So I gotta find a better sight. I've been moving back to the default red dot just because it's brighter. But all right. Most of the trades are gonna be taking place distantly. So if you can get your distance game on, you're doing good. You don't just stand there like a sitting duck. You're gonna want to move, you know. So the reason why I slide and jump a lot, whenever you look over, you start traveling that way. The moment you pull your gun up, you lose momentum. You start walking slow, right? So let's say I'm going around a corner and I see somebody, and then now I'm slow. But if I'm going around a corner and I jump, I don't lose that momentum. So I check like that. That's how I'm gonna check. Same thing when I slide. So I trade between jumping and sliding so I can continue to look directions without losing my momentum. That's why I jump and slide a lot. It's just like Call of Duty. So this is the HK. This is the build that I got for the HK. Now remember, the AK Alpha hits harder than the HK. The HK is going to be shooting a lot faster. So when we go to the AK Alpha, same thing. I'm going to reduce all of my recoil in the vertical. Now I can deal with the horizontal. This one does have more horizontal. It also has more vertical than this gun. So particularly like this one, but this one does slap to the head a lot harder. You can see immediately that the fire rate's slower. 54 to the head. That's one thing I could show you real quick as well. And what I do like is the little mag flick, but it's kind of buggy. So sometimes it flicks, sometimes it doesn't. Oh. We got 54. 44. So yeah, an extra 10, which adds up quickly. So as I explained in my first guide, if you pull the mags and put them in your pretty much your belly to the backpack, it just absorbs to the backpack. It stacks the ammo. So if you're down to like 34, and instead of just, you know, Because people are like, why don't you just mag flick? It's faster. I just lost 34 bullets. That's why. And, you know, 15 or 12. Because I always go with the extended mags too. So they add up because once you keep stacking them into your stomach, you're going to be down to the final circle with 24 bullets because you kept flicking them out instead of collecting your little extras. Now I got at least 100 because I just kept absorbing them. Let me just go all out here. Let's go as far away as we possibly can to try to shoot shit. So from downtown. Full autoing from here, and he's wiggling back and forth, which is good. Of course, you're gonna want to wiggle too. You're gonna, yeah, 3. See, save it. Definitely run out of bullets a lot faster. Yeah, between the HK and the AK Alpha, as long as the recoil is a little controlled here, the AK is going to hit harder. However, the HK will shoot faster. It all comes down to preference for you. Going to be this spear right here. Oh, yes. This one is my ultimate favorite. Like, I'll take this one over the HK just because of how fast and how hard it hits. And, of course, we're not going to forget ye old faithful here. Now, with the Kar98, whenever you do the attachments here, you can see the damage is a 128 to the chest, 230 to the head. It's a manual, of course, because it's bolt action. Bullet velocity is only 760. But, again, this is a different suppressor than one I use for the shotgun, the Mistray. This one adds 5.5 to the headshot, ending in a 235.9. And it adds 106 to the velocity. The Sleipnir was close. It was a 5.3. It's still 106 with that velocity. This one does the same, but it adds that 0.2, and again, points do matter sometimes. So the recoil with this hopefully is better. Yeah, I can see it going up already. Yep. So that's why I added the this one right here. Never noticed that dude sitting back there. All right, yeah. So this one, the recoil is more manageable with it. I mean, this already has good manageable recoil. That's why a lot of people like it. That's why it's in an airdrop. That's why this one's particular to being a power weapon. Now for the Kar98, again, with that one suppressor that I just showed you on the workbench, I always run with the red dot, just default red dot 4 times. 235 to the head. That's what I like to see. And of course with the scope, 128, because I didn't hit him in the head. What about that little dude sitting in the back? This is where probably some gun stocks would help people out, because you can only imagine in the heat of the moment when your adrenaline is running like crazy, you're in the final 2 and you're just, oh, I want to get this kill, oh, I want to get this kill, you know. It's you have to manage your emotions. Like, I find myself, you know, shaking too. Like, I'm not the stablest guy here, but a gun stock would probably help, to be honest. I love freehanding, so I stay freehanded. That's just my preference. So yeah, this is the Kar98. Again, it's like, how much to the chest? 128 to the chest, 235 to the head with the suppressor. That was the point of the suppressor. Adds bullet velocity. That way bullets fly faster than your opponent's bullets. That's why I wanted the suppressor. And it adds a little bit of recoil reduction in some minor areas, but that's it. That's what my builds are. This is a beast as well. You can't add anything to this. This is the intervention. If you get this, I encourage it, especially if you are particular to sniping. Ooh, 159 to the chest, dude. Oh. It's 300 to the head, I think. Yeah, 318 to the head. 318 to the head. Oh, yes. Hopefully this video helped you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out till then.